Please stand and join in singing America the Beautiful.
Nonstop,
suffocating,
disappointing,
obnoxious,
uncertain.
These are the words used to describe this year by our senior classmates. When we started our senior year, we weren't sure if we would even be here, standing together, getting ready to walk the stage at an in-person commencement. Despite all of these challenges that we have endured this past year, despite all of the negative adjectives that come to mind when we reflect on how we got here, we are here.
This academic year has truly been a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Because Illinois Wesleyan has provided us with a diverse community, we were better equipped to come up with a diverse set of solutions for the problems we face this year. Looking toward the future, we are better equipped for the next chapter of our lives. As we brainstormed ideas for this invocation, using the skills we learned as multi-faith ambassadors, there were so many different people and worldviews we could call upon to invoke wisdom, hope, and inspiration. We have selected several voices that have inspired us throughout our lives and hope they inspire you as well.
Stan Lee. We live in a diverse society, in fact, a diverse world, and we must learn to live in peace and with respect for each other.
Malala Yousafzai. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world.
Eleanor Roosevelt. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts.
J.R.R. Tolkien. There is some good in this world, and it's worth fighting for.
My great-grandma, Jean Willis. If you give God an hour of your time, He'll give you the rest of the week to do what you need to do.
Jay Hooper. Let us see in this moment that we are enough and that we are in this together. There is nothing that we cannot do if we work together for the good in each other. Let us be all we need at this moment.
Marie Curie. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less.
Julian Castro. My grandmother's generation and generations before always saw beyond the horizons of their own lives and own circumstances. They believed that opportunity created today would lead to prosperity tomorrow.
We chose to share these quotes with you because they are reminders that no matter who you are or what you believe in, we all need inspiration sometimes. These people give us strength and give us the hope we need to continue on into the world and change it for the better. As we all move into the next chapter of our lives, we hope you will be inspired to do the same. Whether you find inspiration in the quotes we shared today, in quotes from others who inspire you personally, or from the peers we shared these 4 years at IWU with, all of us will go on to do great things.
On behalf of those gathered here today, we ask that you also take inspiration from the voices we shared and use that inspiration to bestow well wishes upon today's graduates. For those who will pursue further education, grant not only the knowledge they will need in their chosen fields, but also wisdom to apply that knowledge to life as it really is. For those who will be going directly into the workforce, give a sense of what is right and good and appropriate in the often confusing issues they will face. Finally, let us go forward from our time at Illinois Wesleyan University using words like hope, strength, power, dedication, peace, joy, and love.
Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you, Emma and Haley. I do need to say that what enables us to be together here today is following the masking protocols that are still the guidelines in force in Illinois. So masking is not optional in a group of this large of unrelated people. So please mask. Those of us who come to the podium will unmask only when we speak. But appreciate your following that guideline. So good morning. Good afternoon, sorry. It's been that kind of day. Good afternoon. And welcome to Illinois Wesleyan University's 171st commencement celebration. Yes, in person. So members of the class of 2021, faculty and staff members, parents, families, and friends, we are thrilled to be able to come together today to celebrate a very significant milestone in the lives of our students. I think this year has led us to realize, perhaps more than ever, that no one makes it alone. So to begin, I invite the members of the great class of 2021 to join me in expressing appreciation for their parents and all those who have helped them along the way to come to this special day. And let me ask our guests to join me in congratulating the class of 2021 soon-to-be graduates of Illinois Wesleyan. Thank you. Historic class of 2021. What can we say of your time here? Unprecedented, extraordinary, challenging, stressful, certainly unique, as your classmates have just mentioned. We have exhausted the adjectives to describe the college experience your class has had. For almost 14 months, you have had to adapt to conditions that the world had not experienced for more than 100 years. And you've done it. You're sitting here today ready to go out into the world with a uniquely well-earned university degree. So we are very proud of you. To open our commencement ceremony, I want to offer just two very brief stories. A number of years ago, when I was president of another college, I had the privilege of inviting the author, David Foster Wallace, to be our commencement speaker. Now, as I sat on the dais with him, and he stepped forward to the podium with his hood slightly askew and his long hair falling in his face, I was not particularly happy when he began by noting, in so many words, that his remarks were not going to be the usual commencement bullshit. Oh boy, I thought, the parents and grandparents are going to love this. Well, in fact, they did. That talk has become widely recognized as one of the great commencement speeches of recent times. It's been published as a small book called This is Water, and I recommend it as unconventional, inspirational reading. Tragically, several years after that ceremony, David Foster Wallace, who had lived here in Bloomington Normal and taught at ISU, committed suicide. I sometimes think he was a soul who saw the world too clearly to endure it. There are many memorable moments in that speech, but here is what has stayed with me the most. And I quote him: "Everything in my own immediate experience supports my deep belief that I am the absolute center of the universe, the realest, most vivid, and important person in existence." It's pretty much the same for all of us. It's our default setting, hardwired into our boards at birth. I want to juxtapose that thought with a more recent experience. Last Thursday, I was leading a meeting of about 40 college and university presidents. We'd come together to discuss the many challenges facing higher ed today. At one point in our Zoom meeting, we were creating a word cloud. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this technology. Every participant can submit a word, and the software assembles those words in such a way that the most frequently mentioned stand out by their size, bold print, color, and so forth. It's fun to do this in real time because you see the words shifting and rearranging, some coming forward, others shrinking and fading into the background. Well, I expected to see words like cost, finances, COVID, pandemic, racial tensions, or reckoning, what has been called the triple pandemic of 2021. And those words were there, but I did not expect what became so clear on all of our screens. Eclipsing all other terms, large and bold, was the word sacrifice. I asked for reflections. Why had folks entered that term? What did it mean to them? It meant two things. First, it was a recognition that we have all had to experience sacrifice. For some of us, sacrifices may have been mere inconveniences. For others, perhaps some in this very room, there has been the terrible sacrifice of losing a loved one. But all of us, in one way or another, had to sacrifice some of what we considered normal, some of our expectations. Certainly, that's true of the class of 2021. Hugs, parties, having roommates, regular athletic seasons, in-person theater and concerts, these and many other things were sacrificed to the pandemic. But there was a second sense the presidents recognized. Not only had our campuses experienced sacrifice, they had also offered sacrifices for one another. This, too, is certainly true of our campus and of you graduating seniors. Wesleyan has managed to make it through the pandemic extremely well. Yes, we had individual cases, but we had almost no outbreaks, and we had no instances of infection originating here. I truly believe that's because, as a community, we determined that we would get through this together. Faculty and staff worked incredibly hard all through the summer of 2020 to find ways to make this year as safe as we could. And you, the class of 2021, really committed to the Titan Pledge. In other words, we sacrificed for the good of the whole. We sacrificed for one another. We're living in a period today where the vocabulary and concepts of self-care, me time, love yourself first, have become very prominent, the default setting, as DFW called it. But I hope that one of the positives that we can take away from this COVID era, and that our graduates take away from their own experience this year, is that we can override that default setting. We can reach out and care for one another. Yes, even be prepared to sacrifice for the greater good. You, class of 2021, are the hope of the future. And our country needs you to go forward as citizens, to override that default setting and think about the good of the whole, of our nation, of our world. We've seen you do it here, and we believe in your ability to make a difference. And now I want to invite the chair of our Board of Trustees, Tim Zerlong, to offer his greetings. Thank you.
Good afternoon. What a special day this is. It is truly a joy to finally step away from our computer screens and be gathered together for this celebration of the class of 2021. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, it is indeed my privilege to welcome our accomplished graduates and all whom have supported them so faithfully in their journey, family, friends, and the faculty and staff of IWU. Congratulations to our graduates. You can't hear that enough today. You deserve it. We are extraordinarily proud of you. Today recognizes your academic achievements and the unique and valuable contributions you have made to this community in your time here. While I recognize you're all anxious to celebrate what represents completion of lots of hard work, commencement is defined as the beginning of something. These past 4 years have prepared you for the next chapter in life, whatever path you choose. Like every class before you, your experience here provided intellectual growth and academic achievement. Regardless of your field of study, you've made new discoveries, deepened your understanding, and broadened your perspective in a way that a liberal arts education uniquely provides. At the same time, you have grown personally by being an active part of a learning community, contributing your individual perspective and benefiting from the different perspectives and engagement of others around you. I ask that you hearken back for a moment to your first year when you arrived at Illinois Wesleyan. I'm sure you arrived enthusiastically welcoming the independence that comes from finally being away from home in campus living. But it was probably not too long after that that you also discovered its perils as well. It takes real self-discipline to succeed in college as it does in life. Your presence here today reflects the development of that discipline, and it will always serve you well. While those are the traditional hallmarks of graduating classes, you all will be remembered with a special distinction for an even greater accomplishment. We will long remember the class of 21 as the class of great resilience, adaptability, and unselfishness. The impact of the world pandemic changed lives everywhere, and certainly here at IWU. While you were denied the traditional campus experience and many social activities in your senior year, you made the most of it, adjusted quickly to your variable styles of learning, accepted restrictions, and even dismissed some of the fun. Furthermore, you encouraged and perhaps sometimes insisted that your peers do the same thing. Your commitment and dedication to these limitations demonstrated that you were unselfishly thinking of others and ensured an on-campus learning environment that was safer for all. While not a mantle we would ever wish for you to carry, you indeed carried it well, and we thank you for that. It is this additional experience and your response to it that makes us all much more confident that you are ready to tackle life's many challenges. We are all acutely aware you leave this campus to enter a world in turmoil, perhaps as unsettled as any as we have ever seen. While this condition creates an ominous challenge, it is an environment thirsty for individual leadership. The opportunity to influence and drive change in every corner of our society has never been better. Seize that opportunity. Our success in finding the best path forward will come from dedicated individuals in every walk of life that demonstrate unwavering courage to forge ahead against the naysayers, leadership in the workplace and community in creating better, and an unwavering pursuit of the possible. We are betting on you to be active in embracing this challenge. Like many successful alumni before you, we look forward to watching you and cheering you on in your life's work. Let me also take a moment to thank your parents for their support for the on-campus experience for their student, given the uncertainties of the pandemic. And also to thank our faculty for their tremendous efforts to adjust their classes and maintain the elements of learning we so value at Illinois Wesleyan. You are about to join the ranks of over 23,000 alumni that are enjoying success in a wide array of professions. We look forward to seeing your success in whatever field you choose in a world of infinite possibilities. We sincerely hope that regardless of where life takes you, you will also stay closely connected to IWU. You will always be welcome here, and we hope you will always think of this campus as your home. Again, congratulations, graduates, on your accomplishments, and best wishes for every success and happiness in all that lies ahead. Thank you.
Congratulations on your graduation, and welcome to the Alumni Association Class of 2021. It is truly my honor to stand here today representing the nearly 23,000 alumni of Illinois Wesleyan. My name is Molly Rawlings. I'm Class of 99, and I currently serve as President of the Alumni Association. The Alumni Association exists to support you as you pursue your post-academic career or life. We help each other stay connected to our Titan community and campus. Titans are located all over the country and the world and are waiting to connect with you. Together we can connect, reminisce, engage, and inspire others. Great opportunities are available to you as a member of this special network, including alumni events, affinity groups, committees, reunions, on-campus events, and so many more. All are created to help you be involved and successful. Your success is our success. Welcome to the Alumni Association Class of 2021. As the newest alumni, we invite you to be involved, keep in touch, and come back to Wesleyan as much as possible. And in the spirit of our former president, Minor Myers Jr., who was the president when I attended the university, I encourage you to go forth and do well, but even more importantly, go forth and do good. Congratulations.
Good evening. Good evening. How are y'all today? My name is Charley Morris, and I'm the senior class president for this year. So I want you guys to imagine you're sitting at your desk and you hear the bell ring. As you're racing towards the door, your teacher stops you and says, "Leave a space better than you found it." Every day in middle school, my English teacher said these words, but our spaces were always clean, so I was just a little confused. To a bunch of 8th graders, it was spotless, yet she continued to say this. But what does it mean? Hopefully by the end of this, you'll have an idea. The adjectives that can be used to describe our individual experience on IWU's campus after 4 years may range. We aren't strangers to the challenges and adversities that have plagued our campus community, so no need to go into strenuous details and forget that today isn't about them. So to you, my fellow classmates, and especially my students of color, despite all obstacles you wrestled through to sit in these seats, you changed the game. The students of color in this class, for those of you who don't know, have created spaces and student-led organizations in order to build a sense of community for other POC students, facilitated campus-wide conversations with higher-ups to implement change, voiced our opinions in spaces where people didn't always care to listen, and made a way when no path has ever been made. Today is all about you. If you walk away from a campus that wasn't sculpted for you in the beginning, know that the campus now celebrates Martin Luther King Day, a campus that now has more than 3 RSOs of colors. There are new traditions to celebrate marginalized voices and a mural that we as a class are leaving behind to uplift those after us. We did that. Not only did we strive to make IWU a better place than we found it, as individuals, we're leaving with even more pride in our identities and what makes us unique. Equipped with skills of effective leadership and communication, persistence, and last but not least, resilience. You're leaving here better than you came in because you rose, not because you rose to every situation, circumstance, and any occasion of that matter, but you did it with elegance, knowledge, and composure. The amount of faculty and staff that are consistently maintaining, cleaning, and questioning where more work can and should be done is astonishing, and you all were seen. But I'd like to take the opportunity to also acknowledge a few individuals and say thank you for your contribution to all our lives. Hannah Muswani, Megan Burke, Brandon Kwame, Dr. Kukin, Amanda Hopkins, Mark Lifferton, the list goes on. Thank you for being pioneers and providing examples of what it truly means to do your part and then some, keeping your space clean. To Sean, Michael, Pearlie, Q, Dariana, Shakira, Taylor, and Lizette, you 9 scholars from New Orleans that I was fortunate enough to share this experience with, have given so much of yourselves for the greater good. There's no denying the potential, talent, and creativity that flows through each and every one of you. Your hard work will never go unnoticed, and I know your lives will be filled with success. It's been an honor to watch you all grow. Titans, class of 2021, job well done. Continue to clean and maintain those spaces you will enter in your life, because on top of making it better for those after you, it's what we do as Titans. It's in our nature. And as we exit this space and prepare to enter a new, bring what you've learned, preach what you know, and continue to grow where you can. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Charley. Great job. I will now go to the portion of our ceremony where we mention Commencement Honors. There's a long tradition in higher education of appointing faculty members to endowed professorships and chairs. At Illinois Wesleyan, this honor is reserved for members of the faculty who have distinguished themselves in 3 ways: exemplary teaching and active engagement of students, outstanding scholarship and/or artistic achievement, and service at the very highest levels of the university. The guiding principle in awarding an endowed professorship or chair is that the individual represents our highest aspirations for faculty members on campus. Some of our current endowed professors or chairs are in attendance today, and if so, I would ask that they stand as their names are called. Carolyn Nadeau, the Byron, let me say, there are a number of names, so please hold applause to the end, and then we'll applaud everybody at once. Carolyn Nadeau, the Byron S. Tucci Professor and Professor of Hispanic Studies. David Bolivar, the minor Linnaeus Scherf Endowed Professor of Botany. Gabe Spalding, the B. Charles and Joyce Eichhorn Ames Professor. Given Harper, the Beach Lewis Chair of Biology. Gordon Horwitz, the Davis U. Merwin Endowed Professor of History. Irving Epstein, the Ben and Susan Rhodes Endowed Professor in Peace and Social Justice. James Plath, the R. Forrest Caldwell Chair of English. Ram Mohan, the Wendell and Loretta Hess Professor of Chemistry. Rob Kearney, the Edward R. Telling 46 Endowed Professor of Business Administration. Victoria Folse, the Carolyn F. Rupert Endowed Chair of Nursing. William Monroe, the Betty Ritchie Beerer 47 and Ivan Beerer Endowed Professor. Anne Eckhart, the Dolores Helsley Asher Professor of Nursing, Robert Erlewine, the Isaac Funk Professorship, Will Jekyll, the Seymour and Diana Galena Endowed Professorship, and Mike Tooney, the Robert W. Harrington Endowed Professorship. I ask you to recognize all of those scholars. And, of course, distinguished academic achievement by our students is recognized in a variety of ways at Illinois Wesleyan. I refer you now to the graduation honors that are printed in your commencement booklet. Cumulative academic distinction is noted by the awarding of the Latin honors summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. The honor appears in the program with the graduate's name after their field of study. We commend these students for outstanding scholarly performance over the course of their years at Illinois Wesleyan. The program also identifies graduates who have met the rigorous academic standards of Phi Beta Kappa and Phi Kappa Phi, and were thereby elected to membership in these national honor societies, as noted by the symbols after their names. 9 students are graduating with research honors, awarded for their projects of original research under the guidance of a faculty member. And finally, each year we announce the nominees and recipients of several other commencement honors. The Hope Ellen Papp President's Club Award in the Fine Arts is given to Lizette Toto from the School of Art. Yes. Again, I will ask you to hold applause till the end, but thank you. The Annabelle Scroggin Anderson Award is given to Katherine Jefferson. The John L. Clark Award in Literary Studies is presented to Angie Cornwell. The Nikki K. Papp President's Club Award for Excellence in Writing is given to Gabrielle Gaderi. The Professor David Bailey Prize in Chemistry is awarded to Joanne Aaron Yuan. The Harold C. Hodges President's Club Award in Natural Science and Mathematics is presented to Julia Chen. The Donald R. Kane Memorial Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Humanities is given to Taylor Planton. The Carolyn F. Rupert Nursing Award is presented to Megan Lehman. The Catherine Reidelbach Baker Music Award is given to Lindsay Ring. The Hester Merwin Ayers Art Achievement Award is given to Lizette Toto. The William T. Beatles Award for Exceptional Achievement in Business Administration is awarded to Kendall Sosa. The Phi Kappa Phi IWU Chapter Award nominee is Jessica Sheets. The Jack C. Fields Prize for Excellence in Accounting is given to Wesley Jolly. The Larry Shue Drama Award is presented to Jackson Bettis. And now, congratulations to all of those award winners. We now move to the awarding of an honorary degree. One of the most significant recognitions that a university can bestow upon an individual is an honorary degree. At Illinois Wesleyan, this tradition reflects a desire to recognize those who have distinguished themselves personally and professionally, and whose lives demonstrate a commitment to values consistent with the mission of the university. This year, we recognize Geisha Williams. Geisha Jimenez Williams has more than 3 decades of experience in the energy industry. She's an independent board member and chair of Osmose Utility Services, Inc., member of the supervisory board of Siemens Energy, and independent director of Artera Services, LLC. She also serves on the Bipartisan Policy Center Board of Directors, a think tank in Washington, D.C. Williams was formerly Chief Executive Officer and President of PG&E Corporation, one of the largest combined natural gas and electric energy companies in the United States. She was the first and only Latina CEO of a Fortune 200 company and has been recognized as the highest-ranking Latina in business. Prior to joining PG&E in 2007, Williams worked for over 2 decades at Florida Power and Light Company, where she was Vice President of Power Systems. She held a variety of positions of increasing responsibility in FPL's customer service, marketing, external affairs, and electric operations. Williams earned a bachelor's degree in engineering from the University of Miami and a master's degree in business administration from Nova Southeastern University. She currently lives in Northern California with her husband, Jay Williams, an Illinois Wesleyan University class of 1979 alumnus.
The citation reads, Illinois Wesleyan University presents the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, to Geisha Williams, a graduate of the engineering program at the University of Miami and the recipient of a master's degree in business administration from Nova Southeastern University. Whereas you have distinguished yourself over a course of your career in the energy industry, rising through the ranks to become the first and only Latina CEO of a Fortune 200 company, and recognized as the highest-ranking Latina leader in business. And whereas your commitment to renewable energy is evidenced in your championship for energy efficiency and digitization, it is therefore with tremendous pride in you and great admiration for your many accomplishments and well-earned successes in business and in your life that the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University salutes you and confers upon you, Geisha Williams, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters this second day of May, 2021. Congratulations. Please step forward.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, I hereby confer upon you, Geisha Williams, the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. This is an incredible honor. I am thrilled, touched, and so grateful to be here with all of you in this amazing celebration. So good afternoon, everyone. Let me take my mask off. Better. Good afternoon to the class of 2021, parents, faculty, trustees, friends, and family. Today is a truly momentous day. For the graduates, it's a capstone, the culmination of hard work, many hours of study, frantic last-minute submittals, exams, papers, projects, and endless Zoom calls. And yet, suddenly it seems, right, here you are, ready to cross the stage, ready to receive your diploma, ready to start your careers, or possibly ready to continue your studies. To your parents, family, friends, and community, my heartiest congratulations. No one can get here alone, and your love and support have made this day possible for the class of 2021, and I want to salute you. I also would like to do a quick shout out to my own friends and family that are here today. A special thanks to my husband, Jay, Illinois Wesleyan class of 79, and my sweetheart these last 35 years. As a matter of fact, next weekend is our 35th wedding anniversary. To Bonnie and Larry, to Bonnie and Larry Shields, a brother and sister to me, and to Lori Connolly, Illinois Wesleyan class of 92, and a most beloved niece. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for your love and support over the years. So graduates, it's hard to have any conversation anywhere without talking about the incredible impact that COVID-19 has had on all of us this past year. And what a year it's been. Oh my goodness. COVID has taken so much from us, both big and small, and its impact has been felt by everyone in this entire world. It's amazing. We've lost so much. We've seen friends and family get ill, and some have passed away. Many have experienced the deep loss without being able to appropriately pay their respects or be able to provide comfort to their loved ones. You, class of 2021, you've missed so much. The lockdown in Illinois occurred while you were on spring break last year. Spring break was extended a week, and then you pivoted to online classes. You had no chance to say goodbye to friends, classmates, professors, and others special to you. The following fall, when you returned to campus, you were COVID tested, quarantined for a bit, and you began mostly online classes. I know a few attended in-person classes, and then even more of you attended hybrid classes, but it was not what you expected. There was no fall break. There was no spring break. Social activities were discouraged. Mask wearing was required. Athletic events were limited. Nothing was normal. Nothing looked like it did before COVID. Not exactly the kind of senior year that you hoped for when you were a freshman or a sophomore. And I've felt it firsthand. My daughter Carolyn is also a senior in college. I've seen her grieve the loss of experience and opportunities that she can never regain. I get it. But like her, here you are. You've made it. You have somehow managed to keep going and persevere in the face of uncertainty and tediousness. Let's be real. I think one thing that the pandemic has taught us all is the importance of human connection, the need for sharing and connecting with those we hold dear, be it family members or close friends. Perhaps the pandemic's enduring lesson will be to never take for granted, to treasure and nurture the special relationships in your lives. All of us coming together today to celebrate you and your accomplishments is in fact a testament to that. So don't take today for granted. When the ceremony is over, please take a moment to personally acknowledge those special relationships in your life. Please thank those that have made it a lot, or maybe just a little bit easier for you to cross the stage and receive that diploma. I promise you, you won't regret it. Now, because you are all extremely intelligent, highly educated, soon-to-be official graduates of Illinois Wesleyan University, you have undoubtedly figured out by now, well, that COVID, the pandemic, will not be the last challenge that you will face in your lives. There will be countless other challenges, big and small, that you will have to meet. To that end, President Nugent has asked me to share my personal journey and to briefly describe how I've faced a few challenges along the way, with perseverance, confidence, and the backing of some special relationships, in the hopes that maybe my story might in some small way inspire you to do the same. I am an immigrant. I was born in Cuba, where my father was imprisoned for years for suspicion of holding anti-communist beliefs. My parents and I left Cuba as political refugees, fleeing the communist stronghold that had gripped our country. We came here to the United States without much more than the clothes on our backs. I was 5 years old. It was scary, you know, coming to a new country, not speaking the language, not being familiar with the culture. But my parents believed that this was a place where they could build a better life, where they could be free to make choices important to them. And they had the courage to leave their country, leave their language, leave their culture to seek that better life. The three of us first landed in St. Paul, Minnesota in the dead of winter, where we couldn't believe how cold a Midwestern winter could be. I mean, this was not the Cuban subtropics. We soon moved to what we believed was kind of balmy northern New Jersey. Not that it was much warmer, but we had heard that there were more job opportunities there and a bigger community of Spanish-speaking people. The three of us, really worked hard in New Jersey. To me, I felt like my parents were working day and night. My dad had multiple jobs, factory work during the day. He washed dishes at the restaurant, a local restaurant at night, and he stocked shelves at the local supermarket over the weekend. My mom did piecework, earning a few pennies for every dozen of lace collars that she hand-trimmed and tied up in little bundles. Through perseverance, courage, hard work, grit, I don't know what, they were able to somehow save enough money to buy a small grocery store, a bodeguita. That's where I worked after school every day. While other girls had ballet lessons or brownie meetings, nope, I worked the cash register. I think I was 8 or 9. It really was helpful because it gave my mom a much-needed break to be able to make dinner at our nearby apartment. Those were tough days and long days. We worked very hard, 7 days a week, no vacations. But you know what? I look back on that time, and not only was it transformative, or I should say, more of a, I don't know, it was just an incredible time in my life. I look back on that time, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. You see, I didn't view myself as a part-time cashier. I was running, or helping to run, the family business. I was the official interpreter, my English having already surpassed that of my parents. I helped my dad with real estate closings and accounting matters and any and all legal issues. I was part of the community, and I learned at an early age the importance of customer service and the importance of human connection. Over time, my parents were able to flip that little grocery store and buy a slightly larger one, and then flip the next one to buy another, and then another. They became quite successful, and I couldn't be more proud of them. They taught me the value of hard work and that every job is important, no matter how small, and by extension, that every worker is important. I grew up believing that almost anything was possible if you had the courage and the perseverance to go for it. Because after all, my parents had shown me just that with their own example. To me, success was going to college and getting a good job with a good company. And I did that. I went to the University of Miami. Yes, I am a proud hurricane, where I got my degree in engineering. After graduating from college, by the way, the first in my family to do so, I started my career working for the local power company, Florida Power and Light. Early in my career, I had this great mentor named Clark Cook. Clark one day asked me, Geisha, what are your long-term career aspirations? Where do you see yourself in the future? Well, to be honest, I didn't have huge aspirations at that point. I didn't have role models at home that were in the corporate world. But I thought, if I worked hard, I might be able to make it into management one day and maybe become a supervisor. And that's what I told him. And then he said something that stopped me in my tracks. He said, Geisha, someone has to run this company someday. Why not you? I think I was 25 at the time. And to be honest, the idea of running a company never once crossed my mind. Like, are you kidding me? Why not you? I think we can all remember certain times in our lives where a moment that just sort of rocked your world. That was mine. Why not you? Well, for starters, women didn't run big companies back then, not one. Latino women? Certainly not. And immigrants? Forget about it. But that one simple question, why not you? It kind of lit a fire. It opened my eyes. It gave me permission to think bigger than maybe I was allowing myself to think. And over the weeks and months that followed, I kept thinking about it, and I slowly started to wonder if it was possible. If I got the right experience, if I took on the right roles, if I furthered my education, could I potentially someday aspire to something beyond a supervisory job? For me, Why Not You became something of a mantra throughout my career, which, by the way, continues to this day. Difficult roles, assignments, projects, or opportunities turned into, someone's got to do it. Why not me? So I took on the tough jobs. I stretched myself. And soon I developed a reputation of being a problem solver. Each time I was successful in a difficult assignment or role, I got noticed by my superiors, but more importantly, I developed confidence. And I took that confidence to the next role and the one after that. I believe confidence is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. And I got to tell you, I exercise mine a lot, and it made my confidence really strong. So, in March of 2017, about 30 years after my Why Not You discussion with Clark Cook, I became CEO of the largest combined natural gas and electric energy company in the United States. When I'm asked how someone like me, a Latina woman, an immigrant, first in her family to go to college, English is my second language, how someone like me got to be the first Latina CEO of a Fortune 200 company, I tell them, someone had to do it, why not me? Now, why am I telling you that story? I'm sharing it because it's the way I think about leadership and the many challenges that our country and world face. Why not you is the question I always ask myself when faced with a new challenge. It's simple, it's short, but I'll tell you, it holds great power. There are no shortages of challenges in our world today. Climate change, systemic racism, poverty, global pandemics, environmental injustice, inequality. I mean, the list goes on and on. These are clearly complicated global problems with no easy solutions. No one person can solve these issues. But someone's got to be willing to step up and try. So, I pose this question to you, class of 2021. Why not you? I'm looking out right now at an audience that I have no doubt includes future leaders in our government, in our communities, business leaders and entrepreneurs, scientists and innovators, justice advocates and environmental leaders, teachers, nurses, doctors, and lawyers, all ready to do what you can do to help others how you can. All of you are going to have opportunities to be part of the solution on many critical issues. Perhaps challenges that will be the defining issues of our lifetimes, or issues important to those people that you work with and care about. They may be big opportunities, they may be small. It might be a chance to help millions, it might be the chance to help one. Regardless, when those opportunities come along, my hope is that you'll hear that question ringing in your ears, why not you? And let it be more than a rhetorical question. Let it be a challenge to yourself. Let it be a call to action. Let it be an inspiration to make a difference and lean into it. I promise you, the confidence you will gain from tackling difficult issues is a gift you will carry forward for the rest of your life. Be confident in your capabilities and your ability to learn what you don't know. Be confident in your ability to break down problems and to seek help where you need it. Build that confidence muscle. These 4 years at Illinois Wesleyan have prepared you for an exciting future. You've already learned that through perseverance, tenacity, hard work, and grit, you can overcome something as big as a global pandemic, and that should give you confidence. That should give you courage. So, class of 2021, Illinois Wesleyan Titans, use your education. Exercise your confidence muscle. Be courageous, be tenacious, and work hard, because someone has to step up to meet the challenges of tomorrow. Class of 2021, why not you? Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Geisha. And now we move to the conferral of degrees. We'll proceed to the awarding of the bachelor degrees for the College of Liberal Arts.
Madam President, it is my honor to present those candidates who have completed the requirements as defined by the faculty for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Illinois Wesleyan University, I now confer the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts.
Andrew Gregory Abel, magna cum laude. Shannon Abraham, magna cum laude. Brianna K. Alexandre, cum laude. Anthony Leo Alonso. Carole Alvarado. Morgan Jane Anderson, cum laude. Wade Michael Anderson. Jake Thomas Arthur. Winona J. Asher, summa cum laude. Charles Glenn Bear, magna cum laude. Megan Lorraine Baker, summa cum laude. Attending virtually, Gabriela Theodora Bantus, summa cum laude. Eric James Bennis, magna cum laude. Logan Thomas Betts. Matthew T. Blaney. Jonathan Maxwell Buski, cum laude. William Michael Brinkman. Jessica Corinne Bouillon, summa cum laude. Erin Nicole Burnison, summa cum laude. Catherine Elise Cavender, magna cum laude. Nicholas William Checo. Daniel James Cerningla. Colin Edward Cheney, cum laude. Alicia Hernandez Cherry, magna cum laude. David Samuel Claiborne. Kathleen Taylor Connolly. John Del Corridon. Emma Lorraine Cottrell, magna cum laude. Lauren Joanne Cross, magna cum laude. Madison Nicole Crowder, cum laude. Shakira Marie Cruz Gonzalez, cum laude. Stephen Joseph Coutreau, cum laude. Zachary Allen Detman. Paige Ann Dickinson, magna cum laude. Roger John Donenville. Anna Catherine Eager, magna cum laude. Benjamin Philo. Philo. I'm sorry. Sean Michael Farrell. Hannah E. Foley, magna cum laude. Mariah Elizabeth Gaines. Sarah Garces Rivera. Emma Victoria Garcia. Jacqueline Mary Garcia. Gabrielle Daria Gadiri.
Matthew Jenna Kopolis, cum laude. Ryan Patrick Gibbs. Janae Lynn Godfrey, summa cum laude. Bradley Ross Goldasick. Brett Carter Grabaric. Mateo Grajales. Quinn Gallagher Gudaitis. Ryan Eugene Haas, magna cum laude. Emmett Rourke Hanold. William Christopher Harris. Stephen David Haroon. Marcus Thomas Harvey. Carney Thomas Herard. Hannah Elizabeth Harity, summa cum laude. Leticia Marie Hernandez. Luke T. Hinkamp. Amelia Grace Hoffbeck. Kelvin Jeremias Castile Holliday. Michael R. Holtz. Braden Anthony Howe. Peyton Howe, summa cum laude. Raven Denise Hughes, cum laude. Timothy Alexander Edward Hughes. Cole Thomas Hundman. Quentin DeMond Jackson. Olivia Jacobs. Keegan Alexander James, summa cum laude. Catherine Beatrice Jefferson, summa cum laude. Tyler Paul Jones. Justina Ann Joyce, magna cum laude. Samira Kathleen Cosum, cum laude. Eric Wilfred Kozlowski. Cooper Timothy Kraft. Liam Kramer. Natalie Kuka, cum laude. Danielle Rose Lagone, cum laude. Sophia Rose Lamore. Michael Joseph LaPapa. William Lowry. Alex Michael Machon. Gabriela Raquel Mazanares Jewel, cum laude. Maya Evelyn Manzanelli. Jack Martin. Summer Ann Martin. Grace E. McAvoy, magna cum laude.
Jessica Dominique McCall, magna cum laude. Rachel Ann McCarthy, summa cum laude. Michael James Collins McGarity. Kate Y. McHugh, cum laude. Andrea Erin Merkins, cum laude. Andrea Pauline Meyer, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Meyer, cum laude. Isabel Ava Michniak, magna cum laude. Clayton Shea Miller, cum laude. Colin J. Miller. Jolana Milosevic. Stephen Dixon Milsick. Alexandra Grace Mirasol, magna cum laude. Zachary Ryan Mitchell. Devesh Mundal, cum laude. Abigail June Munkin. Jack Thomas Monson. Jake Theodore Moran. Joseph T. Morrow, cum laude. Adna Mujovich. Max Jacob Mueller, cum laude. Rory Mulvihill. Samantha Joy Monroe, cum laude. Michael Murphy. McGuire L. Minot. Tanner James Nelson. Evan Edward Nieslowski, cum laude. Chase H. Oaksner, summa cum laude. Sargon John Odicchio. David Kendall O'Neill, cum laude. Justin Park, cum laude. Jonathan Michael Panton, cum laude. Attending virtually, Nicholas Partipolo, cum laude. Margarita Patino, magna cum laude. Colin John Fotenhauer. Shayla Shanice Phillips, magna cum laude. Justin Ryan Piotrowski, magna cum laude. Morgan Kiana Marie Perkel, cum laude. Taylor Whitney Planten, summa cum laude. Maeve Ann Plunkett, summa cum laude. Joseph Richard Prestimer, cum laude. Nicolina Purpura. Joseph Matthew Kedno. Kelsey Rose Robertson. Cum laude, I'm sorry. Sarah Ruth Rollins, magna cum laude. Oscar Romero, magna cum laude. Riley Aaron Rooney, magna cum laude.
Dariana Lisbeth Roy. Dylan L. Ruskin. Lucy Elaine Sacido. Kira Mary Shane, summa cum laude. Keenan James Scott. Nicholas Robert Scott. Hunter Thomas Simon, cum laude. Julius A.L. Smith. Jesse Smith Pretner. Wyatt Christian Soderholm, cum laude. Kendall Nicole Sosa, summa cum laude. Haley Marie Stevens. Joseph Whitfield Stith, Jr. Margaret Erin Marie Torres, magna cum laude. Peter M. Trunk. Jaron D. Vance. Matthew M. Wagner. Rebecca L. Wagner. Douglas M. Wallen, Jr. Margaret Jane Warner. Griffin Arno Waz, magna cum laude. Nicholas William Watson. David Edward Werner, magna cum laude. Cora Lee Wilkinson, summa cum laude. Jude Samuel Witkowski. Christopher Jeffrey Wojak, cum laude. Grant Dawson Wolf, cum laude. Robert Keller Wietrick, magna cum laude. Kyle C. Yoder. Shannon Nicole Young. Alyssa Younger. Megan Margaret Zabrowski, magna cum laude. Roser Zala. Andrew Joseph Zinti, cum laude. Emmett Robert Zima, magna cum laude.
All right. And now, in recognition of the completion of the degree requirements, all of our 2021 graduates may move their tassels from the right to the left side of their mortar boards. So we can never say it too often. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Illinois Wesleyan University graduating class of 2021. Congratulations. For so long, we really did not know whether we would be able to reach this day together. It's great. A little bit of logistics. We will be singing at the conclusion of the program. When the singing is concluded, the platform party will recess first, and then the faculty, and then the students, and the marshals will guide you. So at this point, please stand and join in the singing of Alma Wesleyana.